Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Conquest 16 Sector 3 Guide, Gerbil style. I am the Gerbil. Let's get started. First off, thank you to everybody who on the channel has lovingly hit that like button. Oh, that's not an L. There we go. The like button. I really do appreciate it. Woo! Thank you. And subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So Sector 3. Sector 3 is not hard. I'm going to show you a really cool trick with Retaliate, but it's a bit of a doozy. Let's just dive in first with the feats, okay? So we got Evasion Up 50 times. That's easy. That is a one and done. I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do it. Maybe not a single one and done for everybody. It's going to depend entirely on your roster, your focus, your dedication, your familiarity, blah, 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 blah. But it's a one and done for a lot of people, especially mid-late players. Now, the next one, win 15 battles with Acolyte surviving. This one, I was really worried about it because my Night Sisters, I bought the Night Sister bundle, but my Night Sisters, they don't have any good mods on them. I really don't know how to play the squad very well. And yet, what I'm discovering is that one is easy. I got it all done as I progressed through the sector without any troubles. I did not have to go back and repeat anything. I 3-starred most everything. It was easy. I'll show you how. Gain Retaliate 15 times. Now, this one, as far as I know, Gungan Phalanx is the only character with this ability. And yet, you can do this in 2 battles. Maybe 1, in fact, if you come across the right enemies. But I managed it in 8 battles. I even got 9 retaliates in one of them. It's on a cooldown of 4, which kind of sucks, but I'll show you how to do it. And then win 15 battles with Geos. Now, what I don't like about this sector is 15 battles with Acolyte surviving and 15 battles with what I believe is a full squad of Geonosians. I'm not even sure if it says that in the game. I'm gonna jump over and find out. Because if it is indeed a full squad of Geonosians, which I'm 100% sure it is, then that's 30 battles right there. And I think that's more battles than there is as you work your way across the sector, which means that when you combine that with the mini boss and main boss, then you pretty much, yeah, with a full squad of Geonosians, it is indeed a full squad, then you basically, you want to make sure that you don't drop any battles and that every single battle is taking advantage of something or making sure that you get these in as few battles as possible, right? So global feats are global feats. They're the same. They haven't changed. Not going to review. So Evasion Up. There is some sincere cheese opportunity here. If you got the Padawan Omicron, then he's going to give your entire team Evasion Up. As long as he's above half stamina, every time I think he uses a special ability. And so you just make sure he takes turns and you're going to get it in like 2 minutes. It's that easy. However, most of us are not going to Omicron him, and I've decided not to. This Conquest is turning out to be a lot easier than I expected, so I'm not doing it. Seventh Sister, she's really nice. She has the ability to turn jump. Whenever an ally, an Inquisitor ally, is critically hit, there's a chance she's going to go straight to 100% turn meter. And there's also ways to reduce her cooldown with Inquisitors so that she can spam her healing ability, which is going to give the whole team Evasion Up. So there's 5 evasions up and then the turn jumping, and I'm pretty sure you can lower her cooldowns. I don't remember the full mechanics, but you can definitely get 50 evasion up with an Inquisitor squad. What you got to do is not mod your team to destroy. Like if you've got Zealous Ambition, Amplify Agonies, you may not even get to use it because you're going to kill the entire enemy squad like turn 1 if you do an AoE. So you want to avoid that. Instead, you want like Vanguard, you want the protection health recoveries, you want vitalities, and then you just want to kick back on either full auto or basic and wrap them all up. Similar situation with Han Solo, his second special. Bad Batch is great, but it's conditional on clone troopers. Cat has a single Evasion Up ability and ally. It's her and one target ally. Biggs, if you're going up against Empire, it's pretty cool. Every time he takes damage, he's going to. So if you got like Voluntary Vanguard, you see an Empire team in there, they're just going to wail away on him, and every time he takes damage from an Empire ally enemy, he's going to get that Evasion Up. Anyway, and then Bane starts, and she's got like a 50% chance on basic, which is good, but that means you got to call a lot of assists or target her or make her take a lot of turns. In reality, like these two and maybe the troopers, these are going to knock it out super fast. Or Biggs, if you, like I said, Voluntary Vanguard, defensive stuff, and just, you know, auto and walk out. Acolyte. Now this one I thought was going to be a challenge, and it turned out, seriously folks, this one turned out to be easier than I expected. So of course she has to survive. So we can run with an Acolyte squad that has Night Sisters, and as most people pointed out in my first one of these vids, watch out, Elsbeth prevents revive, so don't do that. If you are finding it challenging to keep her alive, then consider these fellas. Each of them can revive any character in the game. It doesn't matter of the faction. Elder has 2 different revive mechanics. Hope on Admiral Radis, though, is probably my favorite for the revive, because you just do all the damage, you get to the end of the battle before you win, you trigger Hope, that usually is your win condition, and yeah, there you go. Congratulations. I think earlier I was saying Zealous Ambition is Volatile Accelerator, excuse me. It's Volatile Accelerator with the Amplify Agonies. Those are the instant wins for Inquisitors. Sorry if I said that wrong. Probably did. And then Hera can provide backup plan, and on an Inquisitor squad, not Inquisitor, on a Phoenix squad with her, if you have decently geared up Phoenix and you've got, again, the Volatile Accelerator, Amplify Agonies, then when Captain Rex goes AoE, it pretty much just goes kill all the bad guys, especially if you can follow up with Sabine, or flip that is even better. Sabine goes first, Rex AoEs, everybody falls down, and Acolyte's alive. And of course, if it prolongs a little bit, then you put backup plan on Acolyte and you keep going. Now Retaliate, this one also, there is a really cool trick, and I've got to give a little bit of credit where credit is due. I got to look that up real quick where that came from. So I'll show you the team in just a second. It was a team recommended for getting alert. You can get the alert in Sector 2 in 50 battles, or sorry, in one battle. You don't want to do 50. You can get all 50 alerts in one battle, and it was actually really easy. So but I want to give credit where that's due. There we go. It comes from the content creator on YouTube, I'll put a link in the description. Go check out his video. But using that same strategy with one highly recommended change for even that alert feat or this retaliate feat, you can get them done super easy. I'll show you my recommendation. Geos are Geos. There's not much I can say about it. You got to have all 5 Geos. There's only 5 Geos in the game. To win with all 5 Geos, then you need Geos. You want Volatile Accelerator, Amplify Agony. Plain and simple. Okay, now let's get into some of these teams, shall we? So, recommended teams for Evasion Up. I like this one. You hide behind Luke, you put your tank tech on Luke, you put the weapon tech on Han so he takes extra turns. Jyn Urza passes 100% extra turn over here. Thrawn passes 100% extra turn meter over here. Actually, he swaps turn meters, what he does. But then Jyn has an ability called Truncheon Strike. It's her second special. It siphons away all of the enemy turn meter. So what you do, Han does his shoulder shrug. You get 5 evasion ups. Jyn passes turn meter over to him. He uses his first special, takes a bonus turn, uses basic. Then Jyn is pretty darn fast, modder for like lots of speed. Then she siphons up as much turn meter as possible from an enemy, takes an immediate next turn, and then passes turn meter back to Han, and you just kind of keep going. It is a race against the clock, but you can 100% get all 50 evasions in there. You don't want to kill your enemies, so again, you do not want like highly aggressive data discs. You want all survivability. Another one option that I think you do not need third sister in here. You can totally run like Grand Inquisitor lead, even ninth sister lead, but I don't recommend it. Put Grand Inquisitor in there, and then I would probably run eighth brother. But again, you don't want to win outright. You want to go slow until you rack up lots and lots of evasions from seventh sister, because again, every time she uses her healing special, the whole team gets it. So there's your 5 stacks of evasion. And then if you're taking crits, like, you know, you're just hiding behind ninth sister, maybe put Wat Tambora in there. You're only going to get 4 evasions, but still, that way, you know, she doesn't well, she heals up faster or something, I don't know. But you hide behind the tanks, and as you're taking crits, she keeps turn jumping, and every time she turn jumps, it drops her cooldown, and then you just spam that healing ability, and it's just glorious. Again, you with survivable data discs, 50 in one battle is 100% reasonable. Okay, now, Acolyte surviving. Now, I did this. I did a couple Night Sister runs. It was really, really easy. In a mirror match, it was really easy against Night Sisters, against the... Was it a Phoenix squad? I did pretty good in there. I ran into a General Kenobi squad, which was ideal because there was nobody on that squad who had an AoE, so there was no Anakin, no Yoda, and it was great. They hit hard. Like Cam was in there. I can't remember who else, but that meant that they basically couldn't get past zombie, and then between your revivers, you can pretty much guarantee you end the battle with her alive, especially, again, Volatile Accelerator, Amplify Agonies. Now, if you don't want to go that route for whatever reason, Asajj with Talia gives you the opportunity to get Night Sisters stagger happening. I mean, the stagger is a global feat, so you can get some stagger with Talia. And the reason I put Talia in here under Asajj is because she is a healer, as is Daka, so the healers can help. You know, you might take out even Mother Talzin and put in Marin, and that way you've got healer. Well, I don't think Marin's a healer, but she revives. I don't remember what she is. Now, the next one, Acolyte surviving under the Inquisitors, you put in Volatile Accelerator, 2 Amplify Agony Data Discs, and it's a free win. As soon as the match starts, all your enemies take 6 stacks of Purge. The Amplify Agonies combined with Volatile Accelerator drops them all down into the red in health usually, and then Grand Inquisitor takes a bonus turn. He does his AoE. If he doesn't kill them, then almost always Fifth Brother will go next if you've modded him for speed, which you should. Then he does his AoE and you win. I mean, it's an instant win. So, yeah. Keeping her alive is pretty easy. Now, there are no, what is it, the righteous, I can't remember what it is. It's the data disc that whenever somebody drops below health, you gain turn meter. So he may not go, but Grand Inquisitor is guaranteed because when the match starts, like I said, they're at 6 stacks of Purge, and that immediately triggers his bonus turn AoE for the win. It's free if you get the data disc. It's really, really good. So you can knock, you know, Acolyte down to 1% stamina and should still be able to do it. Now then, Acolyte surviving, Evasion Up, and Master Qui-Gon surviving. This one is a little challenging. You can even get Evasion Up over here with Han Solo. I didn't put that there, but Evasion Up. So straightforward, you know, tank tech right there. You want to put probably the speed tech on Qui-Gon so he takes lots of turns, or maybe over on Han so he takes more turns. Evasion Up with him. Hide behind Luke. He's got... I don't remember what he's got. I don't think anything. We're just going for that win right there. And of course, your 2 Jedis can both use the Inherited Teaching if you wanted to get kills. Just don't forget about that. You can Inherited Teaching on Han so he double taps, plus the damage they do. It's pretty nice. All right, now then, here we go. Here is the Retaliate one that a lot of people think is really probably hard, but yo, bro, it's not. So again, this came from, and man, I've just lost the name of his channel. I subbed this morning. Capital T-R-I, capital P-O-L-I-C-I-A. Or is that an S on the end? I am so blind, folks. Tripolysis, I think. Tripolysis. So what happens here, Captain Rex, whenever your team, not Captain Rex, CT Clone Rex, whenever Clone Rex or anybody on the team receives a critical hit, then the whole team gains turn meter. He will get 15%, the rest will get 7.5%. All right, now you put in there the Gungan Phalanx because he's the only way to get Retaliate. It's on a 4-turn cooldown, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Barris is there to keep you alive in addition to healing. Whenever you get hit, she does, healing stuff. Malik is there so that you just absorb hits forever. And then Ewok Elder, yeah, don't stop. Seriously, listen, listen, listen. His basic is going to pump the team full of turn meter. Whenever he uses a basic, there is a better than 50% chance that the entire team is going to gain turn meter. And you need that turn meter so that Gungan Phalanx can take lots of turns. So while I'm talking, I'll try to look that up and get you the exact quote on what that does. Okay, so the data dish you want in here is survivability, and in particular, you want the Voluntary Vanguard. The Voluntary Vanguard is stupid good because it's going to force the computer, the AI, to attack Malik. And Malik is going to be benefiting from Barris so that he doesn't die. And then in the event he does start to lose some life, do a drain life or heal him up with Ewok Elder. Man, I am not so good these days at talking and typing at the same time. Now, Elder, in addition to his basic providing the turn meter gain, he's got two revive mechanics. So in the event that you do lose Malik, I gotta turn off those stupid balloons. I've done it 100 times. When you do, if you do lose Malik, then Ewok Elder can revive him 2 different ways. In addition, he has a team-wide cleanse. So if you go watch Tripolicy's video, I think he says the 5th character doesn't matter for the alert, and it's true, doesn't really matter, but Ewok Elder will speed up the process because of the turn meter gain that he's going to grant you on basic, and it'll speed up the process by removing ability block. So here it is. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 60% chance to gain 50% turn meter. Grant other Ewoks half that amount and all other allies 10%. So he has a 60% chance to give the entire team 10% turn meter whenever he basics, and himself 50%. It's pretty solid. So get yourself that Voluntary Vanguard. It's pretty critical. Otherwise, Vitality, and then the one I really liked was the Pro Shield, Protective Shield buff. It's a new one. If you get the blue one, whenever a team takes a critical hit, everyone in your team recovers 15% protection. I put that on there, and they were invincible. It was just gold. Another good Retaliate, similar to the Evasion Up strategy. Team hides behind Luke, Thrawn, and Jyn Erso both just pass turns and turn meter to Phalanx. Jyn, of course, siphons turn meter, so she's going to be the fastest character on the team. Sincere. I would even give her the speed up weapons tech, weapon tech probably, because she's like that Truncheon Strike. She's just going to keep taking turn meter, and her cooldowns are 2, so she's going to do it over and over and over and over again. Now, Gungans, the full squad of Gungan, that is a global feat, so that's definitely an option, but it's going to be pretty slow. One thing to keep in mind is that the shield generator does reduce the Gungan allies when you use its basic, and I think that it only has a basic. So, if you've got Gungans, then rock this out. The problem is, and this is the problem is you're only going to be able to do this maybe 3 times a battle, maybe 4 or 5 if you are incredibly lucky. And remember that whole, you need 15 battles with Night Sisters, 15 battles with Geos. You don't want to be wasting time on Retaliate. So while this looks, like easy cheesy with especially those Volatile Accelerator Amplify Agony data discs, it is. You're going to win way too fast. You'll get the Gungan feat, but you're not going to get that Retaliate. I often win with this squad before Phalanx even takes a turn, so watch out. Stagger, that's all you're going to get out of the Geo squad. If you can get your Geo squad wins, then you have a chance to get single target stagger from one of the bugs. But that's it. That one's just going to be a bit of a, well, it is what it is. I don't see any other synergies. There might have been an Evasion Up. If so, I missed that one, but you're not going to get any of the others because it's with a full squad. So just run it what it is. Folks, sincerely, I think the two best tips for you today is this squad right here. And if you've got Elder ready to go, really, you do want him. Alternatively, Acolyte surviving this right here is probably your penultimate goal for success. And then for Evasion Up, you know, you could take this exact same squad right here under Rex. You could take out Phalanx, you could put in Han Solo, and you could hit full auto, and it would probably get it all in one go as well, right? I think like this is the cheese for the sector, folks. That and that. All right, folks, you know the drill. You do. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in. Please hit that like, and even more importantly, hit that sub. It's free. It sincerely costs you nothing, absolutely nothing, not a penny, but it does help me. I'm starting to take a lot of the revenue from this channel, which is minuscule, honestly, and put it into a college fund for my 6-year-old to try to help him out when he grows up. The rest of the money I am investing into my account to help bring you content whenever I can to help make your life easier. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the holotables. Bye-bye.